Imagine this. One simple nutrient could help restore your blood flow and bring back the kind of erections you thought were long gone. Sounds unbelievable, right? But science says otherwise. I'm Dr. Amelia Hayes, a urologist who's spent years helping men over 60 rediscover their strength, energy, and confidence without depending on drugs or risky treatments. And what I'm about to share might just surprise you, because the secret isn't a blue pill. It's something your body already knows how to make. It's called L-Arginine. This humble amino acid is like the ignition key for your circulation system. When it's missing, your engine sputters. When it's running strong, your blood vessels open up, your energy rises, and your confidence follows. But here's the catch: after 50, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide, that spark that drives every erection, begins to drop. Stress, sugar, lack of sleep, even certain medications slowly dull a signal. And before you know it, you're running on half power. The good news? You can restart that system naturally, no prescriptions, no needles. Just the right combination of foods, habits, and timing. Today, we'll dive deep into how L-Arginine and its partner nutrient can restore healthy blood flow, the real foundation of male performance. We'll explore what science says, what foods work best, and which simple daily tweaks could help you feel like yourself again. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to turn your body's own chemistry back on, and maybe even surprise yourself and your partner tonight. Let's begin with how your body actually creates an erection and why nitric oxide is the missing spark behind it all. All right, let's get real for a second. Most men think an erection starts in the bedroom. But truth is, it starts in your blood vessels and in your brain. When you're aroused, your nerves send a signal down to the arteries in your pelvis. Those arteries open up. Blood rushes in. The chambers inside your penis, called the corpora cavernosa, fill and lock. That's what gives you firmness and staying power. Simple, right? But here's where it gets interesting. That entire chain reaction depends on one molecule, nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide like a spark plug in an engine. Without it, the car doesn't start. With it, everything fires smoothly. Nitric oxide tells your blood vessels, hey, relax and open up. It allows blood to surge in freely. It's the body's natural way of fueling an erection without any pills or artificial triggers. Now, here's the bad news. After age 50, your nitric oxide levels start to drop fast. The inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium, gets damaged from stress, sugar, high blood pressure, and lack of movement. It becomes stiff, less flexible. So even if your hormones are fine, your blood flow might not be. That's why so many men say, I still want it, but it's just not the same. It's not about desire, it's about delivery. Your body wants to respond, but the nitric oxide signal isn't loud enough anymore. Now here's where L-Arginine steps in. L-Arginine is the raw material your body uses to make nitric oxide. It's like giving your engine the fuel it's been starving for. When you eat foods rich in arginine or take it as a supplement, your body converts it into nitric oxide through a natural enzyme process. That nitric oxide then activates something called cGMP, the same molecule that prescription drugs like Viagra work on. Except this time, your body is doing it naturally. So when your nitric oxide and cGMP levels go up, your arteries open wider, your blood pressure stabilizes, and your circulation, especially down there, comes alive again. Pretty amazing, right? But the real question is, does it actually work for men in real life? Has science proven that arginine really improves performance? Let's look at what the research says. Let's cut through the hype for a minute. Does L-Arginine really help with erections, or is it just another supplement myth? Well, the data might surprise you. Over the last decade, researchers have run multiple clinical trials testing L-Arginine on men dealing with mild to moderate erectile dysfunction. And the results? Pretty encouraging. In one large meta-analysis, that's when scientists review many studies together. They looked at 10 different trials using daily doses between 2.8 and 8 grams of L-Arginine. Men who took it consistently for several weeks had significant improvements in their erectile function scores compared to placebo. These aren't just subjective feelings either. They used a standardized questionnaire called the IEF. That's the International Index of Erectile Function. It's like the gold standard for measuring how well a man performs and feels during intimacy. Here's what they found. After 3 months of consistent use, about 1 out of every 4 men who had mild to moderate ED completely regained normal function. That's right, 24% saw their problem disappear. And blood flow measurements, things like peak systolic velocity, also improved. That means the blood actually moved faster into the penis, proving that circulation was truly improving. Side effects? Pretty minimal. A few men had mild headaches, itching, or stomach upset. Some reported a little insomnia, but overall, it was well tolerated, especially compared to medications. Now, there's a catch, and this is important. Your body breaks down L-Arginine quickly. That means you can't just take one pill and expect miracles. You need to take it multiple times a day, usually with meals, to keep your levels stable. In studies, men took around 6 grams per day, split into 3 doses, morning, noon, and night. Here's where it gets interesting. The men who saw the biggest results were the ones who had poor circulation to begin with, guys with diabetes, heart disease, or high blood pressure. For them, boosting nitric oxide made a massive difference. So yes, the science says it works, but consistency and dosage matter. Still, there's one big limitation. L-Arginine isn't absorbed very efficiently. Your body breaks it down in the intestines and liver before it even reaches your bloodstream. So only part of what you take actually makes it to your cells. But there's good news. Scientists discovered a better way to boost nitric oxide, a molecule that lasts longer, absorbs better, and keeps your levels higher throughout the day. It's called L-Citrulline, and it just might be the smarter, more powerful version of arginine. Let's take a closer look at how it works. Here's where things get really interesting. Because if you've tried L-Arginine before and didn't feel much, it might not be your fault. You see, L-Arginine breaks down fast in your gut and liver. A lot of it never even reaches your bloodstream. That's why scientists began looking at something else, L-Citrulline. L-Citrulline is like arginine's quiet, smarter cousin. Your kidneys convert citrulline into arginine naturally, which means it raises arginine levels more effectively than arginine itself. Strange, right? But that's how biology works. When you take L-Citrulline, it bypasses the enzymes that destroy arginine in your gut. Instead, it slowly releases arginine inside your body, giving you a smoother, longer-lasting boost in nitric oxide. That means steadier blood flow and better endurance, both in the gym and in the bedroom. Now, what does the research say? A 2011 clinical study followed 24 men with mild erectile dysfunction. They could get an erection, but it wasn't as firm or satisfying as before. For 1 month, they took a placebo. Then for another month, they took L-Citrulline, about 1.5 grams per day, divided into 2 doses. Here's what happened. Nearly half of the men improved their erection hardness score from a 3 to a 4. That's the difference between good enough and fully firm. And get this, only 2% improved on the placebo. That's a huge contrast. Another interesting finding, the men reported higher satisfaction and confidence without side effects. No headaches, no digestive upset, no jittery feeling. So while L-Arginine can work, L-Citrulline may be the better option for many men, especially if you've got gut issues, high blood pressure, or take medications. And here's an insider tip. Some of the most effective supplements actually combine both L-Arginine and L-Citrulline together. That way, you get an immediate boost from arginine and a long-lasting effect from citrulline. It's like pressing the gas pedal and the cruise control at the same time. But before you rush to buy a supplement, you should know this. Your fridge and pantry might already have all the arginine your body needs. Let's look at the best animal-based foods that naturally fuel your nitric oxide engine. Let's start right in your kitchen, because you don't need an expensive supplement to get L-Arginine. It's already hiding in the foods you probably eat every week. If you love a good steak, congratulations. Red meat, especially beef and pork tenderloin, is packed with L-Arginine. Just 3 ounces can give your body the raw material to make more nitric oxide. Poultry, like chicken and turkey, is another clean, lean source. It fuels your circulation without the heavy saturated fats found in processed meats. So skip the sausages, grill some chicken breast instead, and you're doing your arteries a favor. Then comes fish, one of my personal favorites for men over 60. Salmon, cod, and tuna are not only rich in arginine, they're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, the kind that keep your arteries flexible and your blood flowing smoothly. And don't forget shellfish like shrimp, crab, and lobster. They bring a double benefit, arginine plus zinc, a mineral directly linked to testosterone production. Eggs also deserve a spotlight, especially the whites. They're pure protein, and that means a clean source of L-Arginine without extra fat. Starting your morning with 2 boiled eggs can quietly boost your nitric oxide production for the day. And yes, dairy counts too. Milk, yogurt, and cheese supply smaller amounts of arginine, but they also bring calcium and magnesium. These minerals support nerve and muscle function, essential for maintaining blood pressure and healthy performance. Think of these foods as your natural circulation boosters. Every bite helps your vessels open up a little more easily. Over time, that consistency matters far more than any single pill. But here's a gentle reminder: balance is key. Red meat once or twice a week is great, but too much can raise inflammation. Rotate your proteins. Mix in poultry and fish. Keep it light, fresh, and grilled, not fried. Because remember, it's not just what you eat, it's how your body uses what you eat. And if you think only meat eaters get enough L-Arginine, you might be surprised. Some of the most powerful sources come straight from plants, foods that boost nitric oxide naturally and protect your heart at the same time. Let's talk about them next. Now, if you're someone who prefers lighter meals or even a mostly plant-based diet, don't worry. Mother Nature has plenty of arginine waiting for you too. Let's start with the humble bean family. Lentils, chickpeas, soybeans, and peanuts. These little powerhouses are some of the richest plant-based sources of L-Arginine. Just half a cup of lentils gives you a solid nitric oxide boost, along with fiber that helps balance your blood sugar, a crucial factor for circulation and erectile health. Then we've got nuts and seeds, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, sesame, and sunflower seeds. They're like nature's nitric oxide capsules. Every handful delivers arginine, magnesium, and zinc, the perfect trio for blood flow and hormone balance. A handful of pumpkin seeds before bed? That's not just a snack. It's a quiet signal to your body to repair and recharge overnight. Whole grains also deserve attention. Oats, brown rice, barley, and whole wheat, they all contain smaller but steady doses of L-Arginine. Think of them as the foundation fuel. They keep your nitric oxide levels stable throughout the day, especially when paired with proteins and healthy fats. And here's one that surprises most people: soy products. Tofu, tempeh, and soy milk are fantastic vegetarian options. They pack arginine, plant-based protein, and isoflavones, natural compounds that may help maintain healthy testosterone levels in aging men. Now, if you've got a sweet tooth, you'll like this one: dark chocolate. Yes, real dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher, contains a modest amount of arginine plus flavonoids that relax your blood vessels. A small square a day can help your arteries stay supple. So between beans, nuts, seeds, grains, and a little chocolate, you can build your nitric oxide naturally, no supplements required. These foods don't just feed your muscles, they feed your arteries, your nerves, and even your confidence. And if you combine plant and animal sources, your body gets a constant supply of arginine, morning, noon, and night. That's how you keep the nitric oxide engine running all day long. But here's where things get powerful. It's not just what you eat, it's how you combine these foods and when you eat them. Because a few timing tweaks can actually make your body produce even more nitric oxide. Let me show you how to build the perfect daily routine to maximize arginine absorption and blood flow naturally. Here's the truth most men never hear. It's not just about adding arginine-rich foods, but using them at the right time, in the right combinations. This ensures your body actually turns them into nitric oxide, a crucial molecule for overall health. Let's start with your morning routine, when blood vessels are tight and energy is often low. You want to wake up your circulation effectively. Try this simple combo: a smoothie with Greek yogurt or soy milk, peanut butter, oats, and dark chocolate or pumpkin seeds on top. That's your morning arginine cocktail, fueling your brain, heart, and performance from the start. Around midday, add clean protein like grilled chicken or fish with lentils or chickpeas. This blend of animal and plant arginine provides both fast and slow-release fuel. Top it with olive oil or avocado for healthy fats that help your cells absorb nutrients better. At dinner, keep it light but strategic. Consider salmon with brown rice and steamed broccoli, or tofu with stir-fried vegetables and sesame seeds. Finish with a small square of dark chocolate. You'll thank me later. Hydration matters too. Water carries nitric oxide molecules through your bloodstream, so drink throughout the day, especially before and after meals. Even better, add a squeeze of lemon or a slice of beet. Both help your body recycle nitric oxide longer. Now, here's a little secret I teach my patients. To supercharge arginine's effect, combine it with L-Citrulline foods. Watermelon, cucumber, and beets are perfect partners. When you eat arginine and citrulline together, your nitric oxide levels stay higher for hours. Think of them like a tag team. Arginine starts the engine. Citrulline keeps it running. And don't forget movement. Even a 15-minute walk after meals improves circulation and helps nitric oxide do its job more effectively. One of my patients, John, 67, used to complain that nothing worked for him anymore. He tried supplements, pills, and diets, but his energy and performance kept dropping. When we focused on these simple food combinations and added daily walking after lunch and dinner, within 2 months his energy returned and his confidence followed. He didn't take a single prescription pill, just real food and consistent habits. So yes, food can absolutely change how your body performs if you use it wisely. But there's still one more critical factor most men ignore, and without it, even the best diet won't save your blood flow. It's something far more powerful than any supplement, and it's the real key to rebuilding your circulation from the inside out. Here's the part most men overlook. You can eat all the right foods, take the best supplements, but if your blood vessels are damaged, your body simply can't deliver the results. Your arteries are like flexible garden hoses. When they're young, they expand easily, blood flows freely, and oxygen reaches every cell, including the ones responsible for your erections. But over time, stress, high blood pressure, sugar, smoking, and poor sleep cause them to stiffen and clog. That flexibility disappears, so even if you're eating healthy, your nitric oxide has nowhere to go. It's like trying to pump water through a straw filled with sand. The real secret isn't just producing nitric oxide, it's keeping your endothelium, the inner lining of your arteries, clean, soft, and responsive. How do you do that? Start with movement. You don't need hours in the gym. Just 20 minutes of brisk walking a day can triple nitric oxide production naturally. Your muscles release enzymes that tell your arteries, open up. Next, breathe deeply. Oxygen is part of the nitric oxide cycle. When you take slow, full breaths, you actually signal your body to create more nitric oxide in your nasal passages and lungs. It's one of nature's built-in hacks for circulation. Then, get sunlight. A few minutes of morning or late afternoon sun helps your skin convert stored nitrates into nitric oxide. It also balances your hormones, especially testosterone, which works hand in hand with blood flow. Sleep is another big one. Men who sleep less than 6 hours a night have dramatically lower nitric oxide and testosterone levels. Your body produces both while you rest, so recovery isn't optional. It's essential. And don't underestimate the power of calm. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that tightens blood vessels. You can literally stress your circulation into silence. That's why meditation, nature walks, or even slow music before bed aren't luxuries. They're therapy for your arteries. When you combine all this, daily movement, deep breathing, sunlight, good sleep, and a calm mind, you create the perfect environment for nitric oxide to thrive. And that's when your arginine foods and supplements actually start working the way they should. You see, nitric oxide isn't just about performance. It's about heart health, brain health, energy, and aging gracefully. That's why I tell my patients, you're not treating a symptom, you're rebuilding a system. And when that system wakes up again, you feel it everywhere, in your stamina, your confidence, and yes, in your intimacy. Now that you understand how lifestyle powers nitric oxide from the inside out, let's bring it all together with one final message that I want every man over 60 to remember. So let's bring everything together, focusing on how men over 60 can truly boost their circulation and vitality. If there's one thing I want you to take from this, it's this: you're not broken. Your body isn't failing you. It just needs the right fuel again, especially as we age and our physiological functions naturally decline. L-Arginine and L-Citrulline aren't magic powders. They're simply the raw materials your body uses to make nitric oxide. And nitric oxide, that's the master key for circulation, energy, and confidence, vital for men over 60. When you restore that pathway through food, movement, rest, and calm, your body responds beautifully, no matter your age. It starts small. You notice your hands and feet feel warmer, a sign of improved blood flow. You wake up with more energy, your blood pressure stabilizes, and yes, your performance improves. Not overnight, but steadily, naturally, the way nature intended, fostering long-term well-being. So here's my advice. Before you reach for another pill, look at your plate, considering the power of a heart-healthy diet. Your fork might be the most powerful tool in your medicine cabinet, offering natural solutions. Eat for blood flow, move every day, sleep deeply, and let your body do what it was built to do. Because when your circulation thrives, everything else follows: your focus, your energy, your vitality, and your confidence as a man. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you tried adding arginine-rich foods or supplements? Have you noticed any difference in your energy or performance? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might inspire another man to take that first step towards better health. And if you have questions about men's health, drop them below too. I read your comments and I'll answer in future videos. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who might need a boost. Because men over 60 deserve to feel strong, capable, and alive every single day. I'm Dr. Amelia Hayes, and remember, you don't need complicated drugs to restore vitality. You just need to understand your body and give it what it's been asking for all along. Take care of yourself because you're worth it.